Hello everyone! This ride starts from Nepi, a quiet little town in Italy. When you walk on the streets of Nepi among its humble citizens, the city vibe takes you back to the Renaissance era. If you are lucky, you can meet even Lucrezia Borgia and her court, or the Borgia Pope himself, or mayhaps the Italian Geralt of Rivia. Let's see! From Nepi we rode on dirt roads and tarmac all the way to the Angelo Sebastiano Refuge high up to the Apennine Mountains. This time I am not riding alone. Isabella is setting up the navigation to the first Lazio Rally Raid track, which event was unfortunately cancelled this year. She and Marco are the local organisators of this event, and they decided to show us the track anyway. Let's see! The first part of the ride crossed the valley Tevere, or Tiber River. We rode mostly on casual dirt roads. This is a perfect way to warm up for the more difficult tracks ahead. And getting dusty, of course. After an awesome dirt road ride next to the Tiber River, we continued to ride to Torita Tiberina, where we're supposed to meet and team up with Michael, the natural-born KTM rider.
Each person.
Marco and Michael helped me tighten the clutch bolt, which was loose on the ride. I just put on the 360 camera, and no more time to waste. Let's go ride up to the hills. We split up in two groups. Isabella and Chris were riding on a scenic tarmac route, while I joined Marco and Michael to ride on the difficult rocky track up to the hills. After an exhausting but really cool ride up to the hill, we finally arrived to the first checkpoint. Yeah, this abandoned farmhouse supposed to be a wonderful photo shoot area, but yes, yet again we were late, so we had to ride further. After Michael left, I just realized my batteries are dead in my helmet camera, so I had to change it. When I tried to follow him, the road leads to a junction, and I didn't know where he went. I waited for Marco and he explained to me the left track is very difficult, it's for enduro bikes only, and the right one is for adventure bikes. So, which one I choose? And yes, I did it without a single crash or foot down. Michael was waiting for us on the top of the hill and he was really happy I didn't break a leg or two.
Grazie.
This is what I like on rally raids in Italy, riding a hard rocky climb, then a beautiful off-road scenic route, and then just a really nice tarmac ride.
Che bella!
And when we finally left the tarmac and continued on the dirt road again, and I saw this rock in the middle of the road, I know something really cool comes up again. And yes, this was just as cool as this natural fountain where we arrived for a short rest. It was such a relief to take off finally the helmet and leaving on the camera as usually I do. The guys discussed the rest of the track for today and they decided we just keep some off-road part here on the smaller hill and we will ride more scenic gravel on the final hill when we will leave 1500 meters above the sea level. But until we get to the Monte Terminillo, let's ride a little bit more on tarmac. Finally, we reached the gravel road and started our climb up to the hills. And well, what a view from Monte Rotondo! This is the last climb before we reach Monte Terminillo. Of course, the guys were far ahead of me because I just couldn't focus on the road watching these beautiful vistas. Well, vistas or not, I have to hurry to catch up with the boys. And yes, I finally find Michael, and we were waiting for Marco too. And when we teamed up again, the guys just discussed if we are capable to climb the last part of the road. And yeah, I said, I think we are. So we continued the ride, but there was a final surprise on the track. Yes, it started with this stone, and there was this funny smelling wet line in the middle of the road. It kinda smelled like oil. I was curious what it is, but I had to ride about 1 kilometer more to see what really happened. Suddenly, the oily line in the middle disappeared, but still no solution for the mystery. And yes, that was the Linemaker family car broken down on the track. It is pretty impressive how far it got up on the path after losing all the oil from the engine. While Marco stayed there and helped the lady to organize the rescue of her car, I just continued the track to catch up with Michael and tell him, yeah, we will team up at the Refuge. And finally we arrived to Monte Terminillo, to the Refuge, which was overcrowded by parking cars, of course, of the hikers who enjoy the nature nearby. Isabella and Chris were already waiting for us at the Refuge. So we teamed up again and enjoyed the pulled pork panini and the stunning vista at 1,800 meters above the sea level. After we got all we came for, there was a time to ride down to tarmac together. At last, until the guys find another cool rocky gravel track nearby. Well, unfortunately nothing can last forever, and so did this awesome track finished. It was time to calm down and ride back home on tarmac all together. And this was the ride for today. I hope you liked it as much as I did. I'm so grateful to Isabella, Marco and Michael to show us the wonderful track of the cancelled Lazio Rally Raid. I hope they will organize it eventually in the future. I can't wait to ride the full track and enjoy the awesome vistas, the Italian food and the pleasant company. So, thank you for all and ciao, see you next time.